Hey, Julie Roussel here. Hey, welcome to Talkin' Tuesday. Or maybe it's Taco Tuesday in your house like it is here today. I don't know, but hey, thanks for joining in, whether you are popping in live right now or if you are watching on the replay. It's always great to spend a few minutes with friends. So as always, if you hear something that you find valuable, do me a favor, leave a reaction, drop a comment or ask questions, or share any helpful tips in the thread anytime. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, Kelly, thanks for popping in, lady. Great to see you. I see more and more joining in. I'm glad you can make it. For those of you that have seen my videos before, if I happen to miss your name when you pop in, do me a favor and leave a hey. Let me know that you popped in. Usually my notes and camera are set landscape style to my left. So and most of you know I don't function too well without my notes. So do me a favor and leave a hey if I missed you. I love seeing and appreciate you popping in. So, like I said, as more are joining in, I see one, at least I saw a couple, and it's not showing me. So as soon as it shows me, I'll welcome you whenever that happens. But let me ask the question for the night. Do you have a smelly washer or extra stinky sports clothes? Or if you have a teenager with smelly clothes, and maybe you can relate, or even suffering from athlete's foot on a continuous basis. Well, I wanted to share with you a few tips that I discovered, most of them by accident. So hopefully you find them pretty valuable, and they worked pretty well on our end, and they've solved a few problems without using any extra chemicals. And I was really pleased with the results that we got. So I'd like to share those couple tips with you. Oh, hey, Kelly. Hey, April. Nice to see you both. Hey. Say hi to the hubby for me, April, and the kids. So first off, with the laundry. Now, there are many times I had a stinky washer, and the kids would always close the door, and you'd try to yank it open, and it ended up smelling after a wash load was done. Or if you happen to, leave a wet load in there all night long and forget about it. No one's ever done that before. But when your washer gets really that stinky, what you can do, this is what I found that works on my end, so hopefully it will be a helpful tip for you. You would be running a tub cleaning cycle, and you want to start with the bleach tub cycle. And with hot water, and once that is completed, you then want to go ahead on to add vinegar this time instead of bleach in your detergent cup. And you then want to run another tub cycle with the vinegar, because all the bleach kills the germs. It doesn't seem to keep the stink from returning, and that really bothers me. So I'm always trying to get the stink out of there. So I really like that because it takes the smell out of my wash, and I don't have to worry about it stinking up and having my clothes smell the same way, because then I don't have to pile on extra cleaners, extra little scent boosters and 5,000 things on top of it. And my clothes actually smell good. They smell clean. So the next tip that I wanted to share with you also deals with laundry, and it's about those smelly walk off by themselves clothes, sports uniforms, knee pads, any other sports equipment, socks that were left in a bag for days that could just walk off on their own, so any kind of sport clothes, even just smelly clothes. I tried so many different things just to get rid of the smell, adding scent boosters, adding more and more detergent, spraying on it. And I ended up using a lot of different things, and most of them ended up irritating the skin of either my husband or my youngest son, Nicholas. And I was trying to find a different way. So for the smelly, as in walk off by themselves clothes, again, I'm using, distilled white vinegar. I know. It's very easy, and all you would do is fill your bleach cup in the bleach dispenser with your vinegar. You just pour it in straight and fill up your cup. And you want to run the longer cycle. If you can run the sanitary with the hot water, even better. It will take the stink out. But again, if you have something that's shrinkable that needs to be washed in the cooler temperatures, you still want to use the vinegar, but you just can't use the hot water to get rid of the stink. Now for me, because I do work out pretty hard, I wanted to share a third tip with you. Also dealing with laundry and wash. Now with the Smelly sport bras and any padded areas of them, I hope you don't mind, I'm showing you a sport bra here, but right along the padding, along the bottom, and along the back sides are where I noticed the most discoloration, the most smell, and especially on the interior padding of the bra, right along the lower area. And no matter what I did, they still had that stink to them, and it just would not go away. Oh, hey, Amy. Hey, Carrie. Thanks for popping in, lady. Great to see you both. Hey. And I noticed that no matter what I did, nothing took the stink out. And I absolutely hated it. I hated to go out and buy more sport bras because they smelled so bad from my own sweat. It's not like they sat in the bag like my son would leave them for days. No, I get them washed pretty fast. But they would still have that odor that I wanted to get rid of. And occasionally I would notice that right along the lower, some of the straps on the bra area, I would have some little bit of irritation and redness. It looked like like bacteria had been growing there. So with the Smelly sport bra, since the vinegar worked so well with smelly socks and clothes that have been, you know, stuck in a bag and stunk to high heaven for days, as well as cleaning out my stinky washer, I thought maybe the same could be applied to a Smelly sport bra. So what I did is I took a 1-to-1 solution of vinegar and water, and I simply would, you could use a bottle like this if you have a lot too, and you would just pour it on the areas that had the most stink. And for those sweaty areas, you know where they are. And if you pour the 1-to-1 solution on there and allow it to sit for, you know, maybe 10-15 minutes, you can then throw it in the washer like everything else. And to take it even a step further, if you happen to notice that your sport bra smells that bad, you can pour the vinegar straight on. And I do mean pour it straight on. Sure took the stink out, let me tell you. But I've noticed that the smell disappears quickly. The material seems to have returned to its previous elasticity, and you don't have the irritation problems that go from sweating and bacteria growing in that area. So, oh, hey, Deborah. Nice to see you, lady. It's been a while. Hey. So next area, athlete's foot. Now, I don't know about you, but my son, Alex, he tends to leave his socks on and sweaty feet a lot. And, you know, volleyball and working out and baseball, he tends to get a lot of athlete's foot in an area. And it would be cracking, it'd be red, it'd be irritated, itchy, peeling. We tried foot powders and creams, and we take off his socks and air out the feet and powder in the shoes. You try 10,000 creams and things. And I Googled some other treatments because I thought that I could find something else that would be a little bit more effective. So again, I took a 1-to-1 solution between vinegar and water. I mean, it is that easy. And all I did was just put a little bit on a Q-tip and dab it on those areas on his feet, in between the toes, in the cracked areas. He did mention that it burned the first time or two for a second, but it wasn't a bad burn. It was just a little bit. You could feel that it was working, and it was just a small burn. And we would do that every night for several nights. And we would then leave his socks off for the rest of the night, and we made sure for him to have him air out his feet, you know, lots of foot powder in the shoes. And then we took it a step further. We took those, nasty, smelly socks, put them all inside out, and then put them in a hot sanitary wash, again with vinegar. Boy, talk about all-purpose cleaner and everything. And we were really surprised when this natural way just, you know, took care of it. And we were still putting powder in his shoes, and we still air them out now and then. And once in a while, I've noticed that it does flare up, but for the most part, within a couple days, the majority of the athlete's foot, the red, the cracking, had disappeared. So now his feet are pretty clear, and, you know, we still, you know, we still help him take care of it. We still remind him to do the basic maintenance and occasionally apply the vinegar if needed. But for the most part, it's gone, and we don't have to deal with that problem anymore. So all that just from using an ordinary jar of distilled white vinegar. Not jar, large container, because I use it a lot. So basically it's distilled white vinegar, and it's something that I picked up and ran into at Sam's Club, or if you have a Costco nearby, whichever, if you can buy it in bulk. I think it was like $3 to $4 for a multi-pack. And like I said, we use this a lot in our home for washing, for the laundry, for the really smelly workout and volleyball uniforms. Knee pads. Oh yeah, absolutely. But you can definitely use it in your washer, you can use it in your laundry, and even on your feet. Multi-purpose, something natural, something easy, and something a lot of people have right on hand. And I didn't even know that. So, oh hey, Dan. Nice to see you pop in. I was trying to wave at you without jiggling the camera. Good to see you. Say hello to Susie. So yeah, all those benefits and all those easy things taken care of just by vinegar. So if you heard something that you found helpful, please leave a reaction, ask questions, or even if you have a helpful tip with vinegar, something that you use it for in the home, if you could leave that in the thread, I'd really appreciate the helpful tip, and I know a lot of others would, because we're always looking for great hacks and tips to pass along that are helpful. Share the video with anyone you think it might help, and PM me if you have questions or if you'd like to hear a few more helpful tips. So vinegar, who'd have thought, but it's a very natural, very easy to use, extremely inexpensive, let me tell you, way to just take out that god-awful stink from your knee pads, from your sport uniform, or even your sport bra, as well as taking care of athlete's foot. Without adding chemicals, without adding a lot to your wash, your load, and more to your wallet. I hope you found those tips helpful, because they've been extremely valuable and extremely helpful on our end. I'll catch you later.